In the last 2 days, we've got a ton of big news about Marvel's Rivals. There's a ton of content to cover, from characters, maps, game modes, and most importantly, the closed alpha update that I know y'all want to hear about, and I promised you weeks ago I would talk to you about, so we'll get to that as well too. If there's anything specific y'all want to learn about quick, jump to it in the chapters below. As far as characters go, a couple days ago, Loki got a character reveal, and he was revealed to be a strategist, which is interesting because yesterday, Hela got revealed, and she is considered a duelist. Speaking of Loki, let's go ahead and rewatch that trailer so we can see all what his abilities are. All right, so now that I've watched that again, let's go back through it. So Magic and Mischief, obviously his main ability is to fire with his scepter. He does have an interesting little ability right here against Doctor Strange, where he like creates a little clone and makes himself invisible and backs out, which is neat. He seems to have like a duplicate which you can swap with. That's really cool. He also seems to create a duplicate of himself that are both able to fire. I don't know if both of them count. I do wonder what this little aura is. He drops like a little totem of some kind. I wonder if that's some sort of like damage boost. He's a strategist supposedly, so that could be a handful of things. It's definitely some sort of buff ability. I wonder if it's just only works on himself, or it also affects like other allies in the group or in the area of effect. This is really interesting to me. The whole your powers become mine, you can become any of the other characters. That's really cool. I'm really interested. That's got to be some sort of ultimate of his. So anyway, that's strategist Loki. Like I said, we're also getting duelist Hela. I would love to see what Hela's gonna be. I imagine she's gonna have lots of like throwing daggers, very akin to what she was able to do in the movie. I'm not super familiar with what she's able to do in the comics, so I can't speak on that. As far as other characters, that is kind of where we're gonna get a little bit into the closed alpha update. One of the things they went over is a full roster of characters that are going to be available in the test. You're gonna have Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Groot, Hela, Hulk, Iron Man, Loki, Luna Snow, Magic, Magneto, Mantis, Namor, Kenny Parker, Punisher, Rocket Raccoon, Star-Lord, Storm, Scarlet Witch, and Spider-Man. That's a ton of characters. That's gonna be a ton of abilities. That means they've already put a ton of work into this game, which obviously they have. Everything that's coming out about it, it looks like they put a lot of love into this game. I'm gonna be honest, just by the way it looks, it's gonna be some sort of live service game. But honestly, if it's done well, I don't really mind. I don't think that live service games are a problem inherently. I think what's become a problem is the way people are trying to milk them for money. But I don't want to get into that. There are 3 main maps. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna try and say these words because they don't make sense to me. English is already hard enough. I don't know what that's supposed to be. So I'm just gonna type them out right here. Those are the 3 maps that are actually gonna be available, at least in the closed alpha. I'm sure by the time the game officially releases, there's gonna be way more. I guess I could take these headphones off. I don't know why I've kept those on for so long. Another thing about the maps is that supposedly they're extremely destructible. And my take on that is that there's gonna be lots of areas where you completely can just tear down buildings.
How quickly can we buy this building?
Also interesting, on the topic of destruction, they made a point in this little comment to say, unleash unique, earth-shattering hero team-ups in 3 distinct game modes, which we're gonna get into those game modes here in just a second. But my curiosity is piqued here because I'm wondering, what does that mean? Is there some sort of ultimate you can do where all 3 of your abilities come together in some sort of combination, kind of like what they're doing in Final Fantasy? I'm super psyched to see how that'll kind of come to fruition in the actual game. Anyway, moving on to the game modes, they have 3 confirmed game modes, being Convoy, Domination, and Convergence. My take is that Domination is probably going to be some sort of like King of the Hill style kind of game mode. I don't know what Convoy is going to be, nor do I know what Convergence could be. The only thing Convergence really screams to me is kind of a callback to what the whole game is supposed to be about. Now, my little nerd brain can only think Convergence like worlds and timelines converging. So I wonder if that's kind of gonna be what that is, maybe in the Convergence game modes. Maybe similar to what League of Legends does, where you have PvP but also PvE mixed in. Maybe that could be involved somehow. You have like little Doom Legionnaires or something. Anyway, so that's everything that is confirmed to be in the game so far. Now we're gonna be moving on to what they announced for the closed alpha update. First off, they're only allowing 30,000 people for this first batch, and they're only allowing people in from the United States and Canada. I do apologize to all the rest of the people worldwide, but they did say that the majority of people that actually applied to be in the closed alpha are coming from the US and Canada, so they're going to focus it here for now. I do imagine that maybe in another closed alpha or another closed beta going further on, they might include more regions, but they said for now, this is going to be where it's centered. Now, if you're on PC and your computer meets the requirements, which are going to be posted right here in front of my face and in the description, you can go to the link also in the description and go ahead and apply for that. You better go ahead and get in there now because they said in the developer update that this was going to be coming to a close pretty soon. Now, if you're like me and you play on PC, but you're still a controller fan, they did also say that this game is going to be controller compatible, which is wonderful because I don't know how to use a keyboard and mouse. Less than 2 weeks from now, you might have the ability to already be playing this game. Now, it is an alpha, so it's probably going to be kind of buggy and a little broken, but that's what we're getting involved in the alpha for. We can be part of the process of making this game as good as it can be. And Lord knows, we need a good superhero game right now. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think if you're going to get involved in the closed alpha, and I will see you all next time.